Hey guys, I'm Arthur King, art director at LA Salvage, a design studio here in Los Angeles. One of our core business practices is staging houses for real estate. We want people to come in and feel welcome. However, sometimes we hit some challenges. And with this particular house I'm going to show you today, it was challenging. Why? Because it's tiny. Much like this corridor, but I got a U-Haul in here, I'll tell you what. You can park right here. And we're gonna go ahead. Oh, wait. Make sure there's no curbed enthusiast in there. Hey Mark, how you doing?
Hello Arthur, good to see you. And here we are at 1755 North New Hampshire in Los Feliz, California. This is a great house. It's a 1920 bungalow. It's a smaller home, and LA Salvage, we called upon them because we knew that they would do a great job and the perfect job. So I'm with Tracy Doe Real Estate and John Arrow Group. What we love about LA Salvage is, first, we love the guys. We love Arthur and we love everyone that works with him. And so we love the guys and we love their inventory. They've got this huge warehouse and outdoor space full of amazing things, and the truck pulls up and the amazing things come out of the truck and everything starts to take shape. We've found that these guys are incredibly versatile. They can stage a home like this one, an old bungalow, and then we've also done a home with them up in the Hollywood Hills. It was a much more glamorous home on a much larger scale. It was a newer home. We needed a different look, and you gave it to us. So that was great. And they did that really beautifully as well. So the fact that they're able to go from this to that is great for us, and it just makes our lives a lot easier. You bet, man. Good to see you.
Come on through. Before we hit the outside, we're gonna hit the inside. Let's take a look at the most obvious challenge. So one of the first things that I needed to address is this wall. This is the first thing you see when you enter this house. You do not want to put the couch right as you enter the front door. So our centerpiece is this mid-century credenza, minimalistic features on the top. And then over here, when we first came into the house, you can see from some of the before photos, we kind of had this funny built-in over here, and it completely eliminated the space. So how do we open it up? Well, I decided to actually take out that built-in and reuse it in another room, and ultimately it opens up this small space. If you had the couch against this wall and a center table here, and then you had this built-in over here, it's going to be way too cluttered. You're going to be walking through a maze trying to get through this house. We didn't want to use one of these huge clunky center tables, so I actually found this old guy, and this was just an old beat up trunk, but it's a perfect size, and we didn't have a ton of time to find this thing and then create a top for it, which of course we could have done. We're artists, we're fabricators, we like to make furniture, we deal in furniture design. But in an effort just to create a fun and relaxing and a cleaner environment, I just took some old reclaimed red mahogany and laid it across the top, and it's effective. That's all you need. And the room is complete. The kitchen, on the other hand, was another challenge. Right now, it's not really a kitchen, you know. What do we do with a kitchen that honestly really doesn't have that much? It's going to be left up to the buyer to actually really bring this to life. But what we can do is kind of color coordinate and add some smalls that, like art, allow your eye to move around the kitchen. So I chose red as my choice color palette. So we have some apples, we have some hand towels, we have this really cool original vintage popcorn container that we just stick on top of the fridge. Good contrast to the white color of the fridge. Oh, here's a good example. This table over here. We needed something, some kind of eating area, and obviously we don't have much space at all. And I literally threw this together right after I made the exterior living set. And this material under here that you see is the ends of 100-year-old tongue and groove wood flooring. And I just put that along the tabletop, added some legs, threw a glass piece on top, and you have a small place to eat and enjoy your swimming pool magazine. It's fun, it's inviting, It's something that's going to keep people moving through the house. Hey, here's a good example. When staging, sometimes you're left with a blessing. Sometimes you're left with an eyesore. This is one of those pieces that was left. Not a particularly nice piece, but it does fill some space. We would much rather put more interesting, old vintage, salvage stuff in here to kind of create some conversation, you know, something fun, something to enjoy, not just some sort of stage, quirky particle board environment. I mean, this is somebody's actual ledger book. This is where they kept their records before computers were available. So, you know, it's to some it might not make any sense, but hey, that's great. It dials in conversation. You know, what is this thing? Oh, this is cool. This is great. This is something we can enjoy, and when we buy the house, we can put our TV in. Let's check out the bedroom. So this is the bedroom. Again, challenges our space. This is a very confined space. So how do you address that with the bed? Well, obviously, you know, nobody really feels 100% comfortable in a twin bed. So we went down to a full. I decided to push it up against these two windows. That way you're really just being flooded with the natural light as you wake up, and it creates a more inviting experience in the area. And then we took that really weird, quirky built-in that was in the living room, and instead of chopping it up and throwing it away and getting it out of here, I think it's important that we reuse this stuff. You know, that is our mission at LA Salvage. We want to reuse as much as we can, get creative with things. So here's a way that you can store all your knickknacks, your shoes, your hats, you know, maybe even some clothes. You wake up, sit on the foot of your bed, and there you go. You've got your little built-in right there, and you have everything you need. Quick staging tip, guys. Don't always need art on the walls. As long as whatever is on the wall is somehow telling a story or opening up its audience to conversation, put it on the wall. Funny object, even an old tool. Somebody used this, you know, maybe even the person who cut down the tree to build this house. Who knows? Not much to the bathroom. There wasn't too many upgrades in the home. The house is kind of left up to the stagers. So all the bathroom really needed was some towels, a couple pieces of artwork, and there you go. It's very minimalist. It was a challenge, but you know, the clean white towels, a couple pieces of small furniture, that's all you need. Now, technically this could be a second bedroom, but I would imagine the person to live or purchase this house is going to be either a couple or a single person. Yeah, this could be your guest room, but I think they really needed an office. And hey, here's LA Salvage again, reusing some of these old things that we might even remember from our history, right? I always remember these desks growing up, going to school. You saw them everywhere. We found one, it was being thrown out. We gave it a new top, and there you go. You have a vintage, fun desk for your office. You can write your notes. You don't even need a computer with LA Salvage. You see? Look at that. Just go ahead and do it longhand. That's how we did it before. You know, it's funny that my particular style, my art, it would probably be more described as very modern. But when I find this kind of stuff in our inventory, the LA Salvage warehouse, I mean, it just kind of makes a corner. And as you enter this home and you quickly pan right, you'll find this picture that you more commonly might find in your grandmother's house. But against a clean white wall, you know, set off by your vintage orange chair. I mean, it's just, it's interesting. It's something that you might have known in your past. You know, you visited somebody's house who had a similar picture, and it warms your spirits about the space. But another interesting part is that it's just two objects for that corner. That's all you need, and it completely finishes the invitation to the space. Okay guys, so we went over the interior. Obviously, it's challenging primarily because of how small the house is. Now, LA Salvage, we're used to doing much larger houses. So when we came here, we said, oh no, how do we do this? But I think we solved it effectively. And the way we solved it primarily is with the outside. The exterior is the selling point. We're in California, we're in Los Angeles. We can live outside all year round if we need to. So come on, let's take a look. We wanted to make sure that this is the area that really sells this home. I first set out to design a living space. I wanted to design this space around the fire pit. And we had a fire pit on hand, which was actually a larger stove. So I just took the base of the fire pit. But I wanted something without hard 90-degree angles. I wanted something a little more organic. And I really wanted to challenge myself because my art is more typically very square, very hard angles. And we needed something a little more organic, something that reflected the organic nature of the wood that I was going to use. But what a joy it is to be able to take something, inject some creativity, and reuse it to make it amazing. And also be building all of this stuff right here in Los Angeles, right? And now this is something that can also be offered with the home. It's complete. You have your outdoor living space. If you want to come in here and make an offer on the house and also say, hey, I want this living area. I want these 4 chairs. They're one of a kind. They were made specifically for this particular house. Let's go ahead and purchase these. Let's check out the dining. So the dining area, I'm thinking, okay, I'd like a really big table. This is all reclaimed too. These are found. These were these huge big metal plates. So despite how complete it looks now, it took a lot of work. We had to hire our good friends to go ahead and weld some angle iron on here. We created the benches, then we created the table and welded 2 of these guys together and created this fun little interesting negative space here, kind of separating the 2 eating areas. And then we sanded it all down. I clear coated it and it was finished, and it's perfect for the space. Hey, this is one of a kind. You will never find this table anywhere else. This is an LA Salvage original, and it's original because we're recycling, we're reusing, we're repurposing. So before, when this was just hunks of metal, now it's a table. I'm ready to eat. Come on guys, let's get some food. Dinner time. Well guys, thanks for stopping by. Obviously it was a challenge, but I think we succeeded. Yes! If you're interested in LA Salvage, our mission, our furniture design, our lighting, more of our staging, check out lasalvageco.com. You can also shoot us a message at info@lasalvageco.com. And hey, I'll tell you what, if you like this video, we'll do more tutorials, some of our bigger, more glamorous houses too. If you just like me, hit the like button. Look forward to seeing you. Maybe more YouTube, who knows? See you guys, all the best.